trying too hard, that's when we're too far. It's gonna leave a scar right above your heart. She's got some poison lips, a dangerous kiss, death on those fingertips. But I love living dangerous. And now my heart is gone. You should know you're the one that took my soul. But I love living dangerous. She drives me crazy. There's something about this girl. She drives me crazy. There's something about this girl. She drives me crazy. And if love is blind, tell me what's desire. I'm lost in the heat, forgot about the fire. She's got some poison lips, a dangerous kiss, death on those fingertips. But I love living dangerous. That girl is cold as ice, dark as night, fire burns inside her eyes. But I love living dangerous. She drives me crazy. There's something about this girl. She drives me crazy. There's something about this girl. She's got some poison lips, dangerous kiss, death on those fingertips. But I love it dangerous. I love it dangerous. There's something about this girl. She drives me crazy. Your lips are poisonous. I shouldn't take the risk, but I can't keep control. Your lips are poisonous. I'm feeling so obsessed, but I can't keep control. There's something about this girl. She drives me crazy. There's something about this girl. She's got some poison lips, dangerous kiss, death on those fingertips. But I love it dangerous. There's something about this girl. She drives me crazy. Your lips are poisonous. I shouldn't take a risk. Something about this girl. She drives me crazy. Your lips are poisonous. I shouldn't take a risk. Something about this girl. She drives me crazy. I came in alone and I saw you looking right like. I can't lie, I was hypnotized. I could feel your vibe like. You got that look in your eye. I know you see my desire. See, I don't walk with cold feet. You want to know me, I make you believe that you move and the things that you do. And you feel that bass in your soul and you know that you can. And now we both in the zone. Can I get you alone? I don't know what you've been told, but one thing I know's for sure, I'm gonna go. Gonna try this place out. Run into the ground. Gonna come on and rock with me. It's time to say our bodies free. feel it and explode. Pump the brakes, slower for the holly, elevated and highly educated to know that the slow can diminish your coast. I'm going hard for them babies that acknowledge it, bro. And the knowledge that they hold can embody your soul. Mold the code, they cold with them hips that they never lie. Damn, baby, you gotta be a Gemini. So what's it like to be feeling my game? For you been living all alone in your body, your ache. You can smell my pheromones like a mile away. And I've been all up in your zone, you just smile away. So let's take this party outside, so I can hold you and live in them thoughts. Your body begging, got me begging for them beautiful eyes. I just really, really, really wanna make it on top. Gonna turn this place out. Rock it to the ground. Baby, come on, only rock me. It's time to set up at the screen. I'm gonna go higher. Can't nobody bring us down.
Wow, wow, wow. Welcome everybody to another dope episode of Let's Get Activated podcast. This is episode number 44. You got
44.
me, 44. You got me, Samantha Leavell, and you've got the amazing Joshua CRUZ in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. And yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, this is going to be, everybody, a great tribute episode to this man, Josh CRUZ, because he's been doing his thing in the game for a while. If y'all paid attention to my social media, I've been sharing this brother for the past year now. So we definitely just want to celebrate everything that you've been doing and just,
Thank you.
past, present, and future. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, both of those videos were incredibly dope. Like, like I know the videographer and everything, but for the people who don't know, like who's a videographer, who came up with the premise, all of that.
Yeah, definitely. So the for Gonna Go Higher, I'd come up with the idea. The main videographer for both of those two videos is Roberto Rivera. It's one of my closest friends. And he's just super talented. And I'd filmed the video. The cool thing of kind of how it worked out was for the first one, Gonna Go Higher came first. That's why my head was shaved.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, so for that first one, we filmed the whole thing on green screen because I kind of had this vision of like having like kind of cartoonish like vibe. And so I heard that he did animation. And so I kind of came up with these cool little designs and whatnot. And then I brought it to him and I said, hey, can you animate these? Can you bring this whole thing to life? And I mean, he just went above and beyond and just did so many crazy, cool things and just really brought that whole, like my vision and then some to life. And then not too long after that, I was like, hey, like we got to have a follow up. What do you think about like going to New York City and having more like a story based video and just like doing something really cool that hasn't been done before, like for the local area? And he was so down. We literally packed up our stuff, and me and Rob and my younger brother Caleb, we went up to New York, and another homie Mario that was there with us too. But we all went to New York, and it was February, and it was freezing cold. I think it was like 19 degrees most of those nights that we were shooting, and we just went up there and we just did it, and we just knocked it out, just night after night, just like filming, and just it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun, and Rob really just was able to take a local artist and just local music and just really make it look so professional and so just like label ready. And so that was just it was a lot of fun to be able to kind of raise that bar personally and for what I felt also just in the area as well. So
definitely look, Meek Straw already got a shout out NYC.
NYC that's a spot.
Yes, that was a dope location, and you wouldn't have even known that you were freezing to death, even in that little jacket. We wouldn't have known.
We were trying, man. But we didn't come fully prepared for the freezing cold. But listen, pain is beauty, so it all works out.
Right, and it made an excellent, like a beautiful video. I mean, visually, I love it. For sure. And for those that don't know, like tell us just the story of Josh CRUZ sound, like you're, growing up, how the music influenced you.
Yeah, no, for sure. So When I was younger, I grew up, I'm a son of a pastor, and so I grew up definitely just always around gospel music. So I really enjoyed just the layers and the sonics of gospel music, just how big it sounded. Just it was also groovy, like Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, Donnie
Yes.
McClurkin, these cats, like even though they had, these beautiful, slow, ballady songs, their fast stuff was just so, my God, it was so funky. And I,
Hmm.
and I always loved that, but I didn't really know, I guess, where that funk and groove came from until I would be at my grandfather's house sometimes on the weekends, and he would play Motown and like just old school stuff from just the 60s and 70s and just a lot of funk. And so I really started to develop a love for that there. So it's kind of those two together. I've been singing since I was a boy. And then
Hmm.
after that, I think it was about 12 when I really started to learn how to write my own lyrics, and I first wanted to be a rapper. Um,
Yes.
so I kind of started with that and kind of just like rapping and doing my thing, and then I just really leaned more into my actual singing voice as I got older, and just really fell in love with just pop music, and obviously Michael Jackson and Prince and
Yes.
these cats, and the way they were just able to elevate the genre of music. And so for me, that was just what it was, and so I always just kind of wanted to make something in that vein. And so yeah, that's kind of just what really drove it. And then I started to perform more, and that's when I really truly fell in love with music. On stage is just, that's my everything, is when I'm on stage. And so yeah, that's really what did it, honestly. It was more so the performing that really made me want to do this forever.
Wow. And like your parents, when they were first hearing your voice and as you got older, were they like just very encouraging, like, yes,
Oh
go
yeah,
and
no,
do it?
my parents have supported my dream from the jump, from making like gospel rap music to, making the music I make now, which is complete opposite, but they still rock with me and they still support me. So I love and appreciate them for that, because I know a lot of parents who don't. And so
Right.
it's beautiful that they were able to do that for me so often. So yeah.
Right. That's a blessing, and I've
Oh
taught
yeah.
you, yeah, I've taught you before about your pops. I mean, that man knows his hip hop too now. So I can kind of see where that came
Well,
from a little
he
bit.
grew he
Hmm.
grew up he grew up in New York in the 80s, and he was around
Wonderful.
this when it was underground, and like these are people that, they would be around LL, and they would be around, the DMC cats, and just like, because back then, before it was super huge, like, you were just in the neighborhood doing it. So he just loved that. And it was so cool the other day. I didn't even know this, but the other day, well, I did know that he knew him, but the other day I was in my house and my dad had a Polaroid picture of him in New York with Keith Haring, the artist.
Wow.
And so like it's just like all these people that at that time, that was just the culture. That was their local music scene. And they just ended up all blowing up and becoming megastars. So yeah, it's yeah, he grew up around it. And so that's just I took that love of hip hop from him.
Right. And
So
and yeah, and it's wonderful. So it's kind of like you're exposed to all these different genres
yeah.
growing up. Even growing up in the church, you're still
Hmm.
exposed and even to that because I think a lot of music has become inspired through gospel. I mean,
Oh,
it's
for sure.
it's beautiful,
For sure. For
so
sure.
it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot.
No, absolutely.
Do you remember your like your very first I won't say childhood performance, but just your very first
I do.
performance
I
as I
do.
guess
I do remember
the
my first childhood.
artist? You do?
Oh, well, no, I was
Well,
definitely
say
not the
both. Yeah.
artist,
Yeah.
but my first performance that I can remember, I think I was in, maybe, I don't know, second grade.
Oh.
Sorry if you hear like some music. I'm actually in the studio. My homie Tom is over there. We're making these crazy tracks right now. He's so dope. But yeah, I was in second grade, and it was a talent show. And I came up there and I sang this song, and I thought I
Mhm.
killed it, but I didn't win, and so that was my first remembrance. And the time that I truly actually remember, just knowing, yo, what's up, DeBron King? That's the man, dude.
Salute.
That's the man. The time that I remember the most, I think I was maybe 8. I was at kids camp, and my children's pastor, his name was Pastor Steve, and he there was like a talent show there. And at that time, I swore that, I had bars. I was like 8 years old and I thought I had it. And so I told him, like, let's go up there and let's freestyle rap and this and that to this like children's church beat that they had. And we went up there and I did it and I came up with this little rap. I still remember the rap to this day. And I came up there and we did our thing and I just remember everyone just being like, all these little kids who were all like kids.
Yes.
And I was like, this is what I want to do forever.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that was I think it was like maybe 9, 10, something like that. But I was younger, like maybe like 4th, 5th grade. And I just remember that, and that was it for me. It was that moment that I was like, oh no, this is what I want. This is no, definitely not Dana. Don't even do that.
Yeah, look at him trying to set you up. What's up, DeBron?
But yeah, no. So that was the main one that did it. Look at see Dorla said, oh man.
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Dora. Yeah. I love her.
Oh, she's the best. That's my best friend. But yeah, no. So that was kind of what started from there, and then just growing up, I just started surrounding myself with other musicians who kind of taught me how to just like understand music, how to put together actual melodies and hooks and verses, and that's kind of what started there. And then eventually instruments, the whole nine. I just kept being around people who really knew it a lot greater than I did, and that's kind of what built it for me.
Now, what I've noticed, like Florida has a dope music scene, like, because I've connected with so many of you in Florida, the person I grew up with. So, I mean, I can imagine no wonder you got in contact with all these great musicians and people that kind of knew, like, describe that scene, like, in your opinion, the Florida scene.
The thing is this, a lot of people just don't realize too that Florida has such an incredible influence and grasp on hip hop. So much hip hop that people don't even think like came out of Florida really did, from the Miami scene to the Tallahassee and Jacksonville scene. There's just so much, especially in the 90s, right? Like we kind of skip over it because we just remember certain parts of it. And so Florida is just, and then even in the 2000s, we had, like, no pun intended, but like Flo Rida is from Florida, T-Pain. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was like this actual group. They were signed to P. Diddy. They were like a boy band. They were called B5.
I remember them.
They were from Clearwater, Florida. So it was, So
I had the single. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, listen, they did a cover of a All I Do Is
Yes.
I remember that joint. They were in their baggy clothes. And so growing up, I was able to, because back then it was like when the internet not first came out. Damn, you went to elementary school with them? Stop it.
That's dope.
Damn, I'm fanboying out now. That's crazy. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, so back then the internet had kind of not just came out, but like being able to search. And so that's when I was able to go in there and search, like, what styles came from here and this and that. So then once I actually got into the actual music scene myself, I was in my early 20s. The music scene, it's interesting because it's so, especially specifically in Tampa, St. Pete, it's so just diverse, right? It's just, you have these cats that they would do straight up just trap, intense street music, and then you had some other cats like in like downtown St. Pete that would do really artsy, somewhat avant-garde, weird music. And then the funny part was these people would all perform in the same show, and then even sometimes rock. So sometimes you'd be in this show and it'd be like these like super trap rappers, and then next up would come like this really quirky rapper / singer, and then after that a rock band. And so it was cool to be able to be around that. In the beginning, it was kind of hard because I really stood out like a sore thumb. I was, I came in and I was trying to sing and dance, and I had like these dancers, and everyone was like, who the hell is this guy? And well, and over time I was able to kind of carve my way. I think people were able to see like, yo, it's not a show. Like, it's like, this is what he actually like does, it's what he loves to do. And so that was really cool. But yeah, the scene just has so many different, just dope MCs, artists, singers, so many great. I was just in Tampa this last weekend and was just seeing so many just incredible singers. Even while I was in the studio, they were just walking around and singing, and I was like, yo, what the heck? So it's awesome, and I love the fact that I'm from Tampa, St. Pete, just because, eventually, the spotlight will switch up and it'll shine more so on that city as Tampa continues to grow, and people will be able to really, stand up and stand out. And there's just so many dope artists there. DeBron Kane's obviously one of them. My friend Ari Kai, she's just unbelievable. And so there's just so many incredible artists there that just blow me away all the time. So
I love it. And you actually had an amazing, huge show there too a couple years
yeah,
back. That
yeah,
was like, yeah, describe
yeah.
that.
It was crazy. So I was actually in a really kind of dark time in my life. Actually, 1774 live. I was in a
Mhm.
really dark time where I was actually like, I don't even want to do music anymore, and I just gone through like a really bad breakup, and I was just like, God, if I'm supposed to do music, give me a sign. And then like I went to bed, and the next day I actually woke up and I had an email from this agency that they said they were putting on the All-Star NHL hockey game, kind of like
Mhm.
how like basketball has their All-Star game and stuff like that.
Right.
And so and they're like, "Yo, we want you to be like the band, the house band that plays. You guys will play before Flow Rider comes out, so on and so forth." And so it was huge. It was crazy. We ended up playing that gig. It was like I think 15,000 people. We were in the stadium. It was just cool, like to see myself on the jumbotron. And then we ended up actually becoming the house band for the Tampa Bay Lightning for a few months. So that was a lot of fun too. But it was awesome. It was almost bittersweet because on one
Mhm.
hand it was so dope, and I'm so honored to have played that gig, and then on the other hand too, it was like, oh, this is it. Like this is as big as it's gonna get because I was playing cover songs. I wasn't necessarily
Right.
playing Josh Cruz songs, and so that was what really pushed me to want to come to Los Angeles because I was like, we're here and they're screaming because I sing Bruno Mars really well. And so it's like
Mhm.
the next time I'm here, I want it to be because I'm singing Joshua Cruz, and so that's really what spurred me to want to come out to Los Angeles and do that out here.
Just expanded. But I mean,
Hmm.
I can say now, because I got that ear, you play a Joshua Cruz song live, people are gonna be screaming. I
Oh
mean,
man, thank you.
it's true. You're dope, man. Like you're dope. Like your music and everything, it's that industry standard.
Yeah.
You have no cap, as the young folks say, no cap, but
No,
it's the truth. And and I'm sure a lot of people would agree. So
yeah,
I could definitely see you doing your music, for an audience like that.
yeah. No, and that's always kind of been my mantra since kind of starting this was always to come into this with a level of professionalism to where it's just when my songs are played, they could be on par with the famous people, and so that if they did land on a playlist or if they landed somewhere, somebody could, easily mistake my song for, let's say, Bruno Mars or someone. And that was always such a cool feeling too when I would hear something or somebody be like, I would be somewhere and I'd play like one of my songs. So
Right.
I'd be like, is this the weekend? Is this so and so? And I'm like, it's cool. It feels cool because they can register just the quality of it and everything. That's always been a very important thing for me to do. So yeah.
It's incredible. And then your voice, I was gonna say too, it's like it's just effortless. Like you don't
Thank you.
need like none of the auto tune and all that
No, I,
crazy.
I try not to. My another one of my big mantras, so to speak, is that I want to when I record something, I want to be able to sing it live the exact way that I record it. I've always loved, just the super talented performers that was, Prince and Freddie Mercury and these people. They sounded live
Hmm.
exactly as they sounded on the record, and to me, that's the true testament of a true artist and singer. And so I've always just wanted to be able to make sure that my instrument, is identical. And it's not no knock to anyone that uses auto tune or anything. I think it's a sick tool, and it's made some of my favorite songs, to be honest with
Right.
you, and styles of music. But just for
Mhm.
me personally, I want to be able to, and I even use it too myself, but I want to be able to do it live like that and organically, so to speak. You know?
Right. And how
Yeah.
do you protect that instrument? Because everybody has their ways of protecting it. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you know what I
No,
mean? There's a method.
yeah, no, a lot of water. A lot of water. I've cut down on just like things that just dry out my vocal cords, and Obviously not right now. I'm sipping some whiskey, but
All good.
but no, working out is a big part of it too, so that when I do sing, I'm not like straining my voice, and really just kind of not overextending myself, not yelling as much. Just there's an actual science to it, and so it's just the one thing I do have to cut back on is coffee. I drink so much coffee, it's very funny. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Right.
I just love coffee.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, definitely just keeping it hydrated, drinking just a lot of water. And then I also have an actual steamer that I use and I, steam and whatnot to keep my vocal cords, moist, as they would say. So yeah, that
Wow.
would be
Is
my
it?
big, and then warming up.
Mhm.
I'm just always practicing, always warming up my voice and whatnot. So
Got you. See, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to ask about the warm up. You're,
mhm, have
you're
to
ready to go.
always have to do warm-ups before the studio, before you perform. Otherwise, you can very much so damage your instrument, and that's not what I'm ever trying to do. So
Right, not at all. And the wonderful thing about your voice is the feeling of it too. Like you have many people that can sing, but actually with your voice, you can actually feel what you're conveying in the song, if
thank
that
you.
makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. It's always been. I only want to make music that people can feel, even if it's just a fun, goofy song, all the way to an actual breakup, sad song, or ballad, like a love ballad. I want you to be able to, like, when you listen to it, to be able to feel the love or to be able to feel the heartbreak and relate it to what you're going through and whatnot.
Right. That's a fact.
So
Nazim even said
thank you
truly
so
has
much.
soul.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
She is tapped in. And we got, like I was telling people in the beginning, we do got some videos, a whole tribute thing going on for you. So I do have
Thank
like
you.
another set, like Forever Moments. That's a
Mm,
beautiful one. That
yeah.
that that's a tearjerker. So anybody that get the feels, because you actually, got your parents' wedding in there. Oh my
Yeah, yeah,
God.
yeah. That song was it was actually inspired because of my parents' wedding song. My parents' wedding song is Luther Vandross's Here and Now. And I always loved that song. Just the corny keyboards, little claps and
Hmm.
everything. And so I just told myself I wanted to make a beautiful wedding song. And so I based it. I actually found out what the same keys were and just the instruments that were used. And I went and tried to build my own version of it. And so, yeah, it came from there. And then I said, what other better thing to do than to actually utilize their wedding footage in the actual music video. And so that was just such an honor to be able to utilize that and put and chop that up and just make a really pretty video to match the beautiful song. So that was inspired by them.
It is. It
So
matches, perfectly.
yeah,
Definitely shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Cruz,
shout out to mom
because
and pops.
yeah, 'cause without them, you wouldn't be here. And I think that video, it just brings back the hope of true love again. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's one. And your voice is just beautiful. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna let the audience in it.
Thank you.
So we got that. And then right after that, following that, we have Do You Still, which is another kind of feel song. And
Yeah.
then they'll get right back to seeing us. I just want everybody to celebrate you and see, everything that you can do because you're so versatile with it.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's get into it.
All right. So let's go. So we're going to start with Forever Moments, everybody. Again, like I told you all, if you guys get the feels, don't be afraid to grab the tissue because I already grabbed mine. Let's go.
I've been thinking about love. I've been thinking about us. We've got something that must be, but dream of it. It's the way that you smile, my universe in your eyes. I swear I could do this my whole life.
Engaged, but not sure what to do next? Zola helps you plan your whole wedding, stress-free.
Want you, and I need you, and I love you. You'll never search for my love. give up. With me, I'm great. With you, I'm unstoppable. Even in your darkest days, know that you'll be okay. You can fall in my arms, I will keep you safe. I want you, and I need you, and I love you. You'll never search for my love, 'cause I don't want money, I don't want fame, I don't want something I can't claim. I just want this moment to stay forever and ever. No matter where I go, you'll never be alone. I'll be right in your soul forever and ever. Forever, forever and ever. Forever, forever and ever. When the world knocks you down, I'll help you off the ground. When life is unfair, I'll be right there. Through the fire and the rain, through the pleasure and the pain, you'll never search for my love. I don't want money, I don't want fame, I don't want something I can't claim. I just want this moment to stay forever and ever. No matter where I go, you'll never be alone. I'll be right in your soul forever and ever. Forever, forever and ever. Forever, forever and ever.
I wish the best for us. I wish the best for us, and that our marriage will last forever and ever and ever. And I want to be there to support you and to be there for everything you need. I love you.
Hi, honey. I've been looking forward to this day to the longest. I'm really glad everything worked out. I love you so much. You know, you mean the world to me. I don't ever want to lose you or anything. You know, I just want us to really work it out. Good God first. Okay, I love you.
Called the Delta Days. I know y'all know what this is.
For thousands of years, the Red Yao tribe has.
I just wanna know, do you still think about me? I just wanna know if I ever cross your mind. I just wanna know, do you still think about me? 'Cause I still think about you. I just wanna know, do you still think about me? I just wanna know if I ever cross your mind. I just wanna know, do you still think about me? 'Cause I still think about you. I just wanna know, do you you still think about me? I just wanna know if I ever cross your mind. I just wanna know, do you still think about me? 'Cause I still think about you. 'Cause I still think about you. 'Cause I still think about you.
Dang.
Bang, bang. I told y'all, and I got my tissue right here. Yeah. It just shows, both of them show how beautiful your voice is. My God.
Thank you. No, that last one, I forgot how great that video and song was. Wow. Like,
Wow.
sheesh.
Amazing. We got you in the fields, didn't it?
Oh, man. Look, sheesh. What was he going through?
Yeah, it's just, wow.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you.
It was beautifully edited, you know, and, you know, you got people wanting to go to church, clap their hands, they're ready to go.
Yeah. Dora Lissette was actually, she was in the studio the night that I was recording that song, and shout out to her. She actually really helped me a lot with just getting all the harmonies and the melodies right, and just the layering, because that was kind of my goal. Was like, I kind of wanted, it was, you know how it was back in the old church days where you had hymnal books. And, you know, and everybody would sing and everyone would kind of like learn a part. And so I wanted to kind of come up with my own hymnal that was also a breakup song.
Right.
But yeah, I was really able to kind of capture that feeling and that vibe. And so I'm very happy with how that song came out. That's one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
Yeah, it came out beautiful. All the vocals, shout out to everyone on those vocals. It was just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun recording it, so it was good.
Right, and then shooting it in like the desert and stuff too. That gave it an extra.
Me and Rob, and my brother, we woke up. I think we woke up at 3 a.m. to drive 2.5 hours from where we were staying. We were already in the desert, and then we drove 2.5 hours deeper into the desert.
Wow!
To find this massive just sea of dunes. And so like when anyone watches the video, they're like, "Oh my God, did you go to Africa?" And I'm like, "No, it's actually here out in Cali, and it's just it was so beautiful. It was just sitting there and watching the sun rise over the mountains and the dunes. It was honestly a spiritual experience. It was so special. So it was a lot of fun.
Definitely. You can tell that was a spiritual experience. Just being, just
know?
being there, you know, the whole set was ready. The only thing you had to do was just do what you do, basically.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. I had a blast. So it was good.
And I have to point out, you know, just the evolution of you, because what people have seen so far and all, you know, all these videos, it's like you change. It's like your looks change. It just evolves. It's like I kind of noticed with every project, there's a different, you know, Josh CRUZ in there.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's I just like to, I think it comes again down to like the feeling. And so with that one, it was a story arc of redemption. And so I wanted to kind of start with this like disheveled looking person. So I had my beard all out and like the long hair and just wandering, you know, just the whole project was about wandering and wondering about love and heartbreak. And so I kind of try and have an aesthetic for each of my projects. And so for that one, it was more, I wrote a lot of it in the desert. And so I wanted to be able to kind of bring people there and, you know, give them that feeling and that taste of what that was. So
wow, well, you captured it, you know, very well, and you know, just keep on evolving. Even now, look at you now.
yeah we're getting there. I'm super excited. I'm so excited for the music that I have coming. It's unlike anything I've put out before, and it's so fun and funky and fresh, and I know that when you all hear it, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great.
Wow. And is it like the new music, is it based on any particular genre or period of time itself?
Definitely. It would be it's a mix of kind of the two. Actually, it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Nice.
I really love just the funk and the grunge and the aggression of some of the 70s songs. So I wanted to be able to bring that, but then also mix it with a little bit of like the electro from the 80s. And then I am actually currently working on with my incredible creator. Thank you, Ashley. My incredible creator, 2SC. And we're working on a pretty much 90s EP. And so I'm super excited to do that. I've been testing just like older genres for quite some time, and so I've been wanting to work on something, that takes the music that I grew up on and love, but also gives it the twist of my own personal preferences when it comes to just dance music and whatnot. And so it's all dance based, but it's from different eras with different flavors and whatnot in there. So.
Wow, I think people are going to enjoy that. That's
Yeah.
exciting. And you mentioned 2SC. You're on his album Masterpiece. You got a song
Oh
on there.
man, 2SC, he is just, he's incredible. He's 2SC and I, we met, when did we meet? We met a few years back. I was actually coming in for someone else's session to just do like a hook for someone, and I hit it off with him. And the very next time we got together, we wrote Forever Moments in like minutes. And so we've just always tried to push each other in the boundaries of just our art and the music. And so Masterpiece was just so fun too, because he sent me the song. When I first heard it, I was like, I wasn't in the space to be wanting to do more of a slowed down R&B. And so funny enough, I heard the track and I was like, oh, this is okay. And I kind of just put it to the side for a little bit. And then I came back to it because I had to write the song. And I never actually made it to the end where that amazing beat switch up comes in. And as soon as I heard it, I literally wrote the song instantly. I just got the melody and I was like, no, this is great. It's like a transformation. And it was just so much fun. And so 2SC always brings out such a fun side of me when it comes to the music. And I just love working with him. He's just a beyond talented producer.
Yeah, he is. And you just mentioned Forever Moments. I didn't even know like you guys had, kind of known each other like for a little bit. So okay, that's because that man is dope. Like I have the Masterpiece album too. And it's obviously I noticed your song on there, but then other artists' music and it's incredible.
So many and the thing that I really love about Masterpiece is, not only is the music just great and all the artists just absolutely destroy their parts, but they're all pretty much Tampa-based artists. And so that's really special because it's just all of us. And some of us aren't even there anymore. Like Freeman's in Atlanta, I'm out here in LA. And so some of us are all over the place, but still when we get together and we make this, no pun intended, masterpiece, it was so special to be able to hear everybody and just hear how they did it. It was so great.
I love seeing that. I love seeing like artists come together, especially the independent artists. I mean, you guys just had a show too, as well. I kind of peeped the picture on that. How was that?
The show was great. It was so much fun. It was the way they had set it up and did it. It was so different, and they did it at the Hyde House in Tampa, and it was just a really cool, special experience to be able to perform. First of all, the song live. But then also to see people that I haven't seen in forever and to see them perform live, and there's just certain people that when they touch the stage, it's so electric. And so I love watching my friends and my fellow colleagues do their thing because it inspires me more so to even, go that much harder on my own. So, yeah.
To keep doing that and grinding it. And see, I think that's good to have like a good team and support system to just push you and keep you going, because I'm sure most of us would say like, nope, you can't stop. You got to keep going. I don't think any of us would let you. I don't think you have a choice.
Yeah, I don't. I unfortunately don't. Every time I think about, I can't do this no more. It's, I'm just reminded about, I always end up getting reminded about how much I love music and why I love it. Whether it's through my own personal experience or even just discovering new art or watching a movie and there's some song that comes on that I'm just like, what? So yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, you're in the studio now grinding. I mean, always.
The grind never stops. The grind never stops. And so I always want to keep working and just elevating my own personal talent. I think that if you love something, you should always want to continuously grow in that thing. And so for me, this year has been so detrimental in growing my craft and my skill, and really being able to take that to the next level for myself.
Would you say it's been like a metamorphosis, if you will?
I would definitely say that. It's kind of funny with this song that I did with Sean. It's so funny because they kind of pushed the date back on the release. With the song, originally the reason I wasn't super loving is because the beginning is kind of like the music I've always done. It's very pop, R&B, and the end is the music I plan to make, which is really funky, kind of rap, kind of singy. And so it's crazy because I made that song, and for me it represented that. It represented the, you know, what I used to do and what I'm going into. But then oddly enough, it also came out around the 7-year mark of me making music, and 7 is the number of completion. And so I felt like it was a full-on, just complete circle, the way that that kind of happened. And so I feel complete. I feel like I've completed my mission as Joshua CRUZ and that style of music. And I'm looking forward to speaking about pretty soon what I'm going to be going into next. And just it's exciting, and I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm also just very excited to be able to have just a team of people behind me that are able to push me and grow me and with me. And then also at the same time to be able to give something that's so fresh and new that I really think people will enjoy.
Yes, I'm so excited for you because, you know, we're knowing about, you know, Josh CRUZ Sounds, you know, which is amazing. You can find Josh CRUZ Sound everywhere. But it's like Josh CRUZ Sounds, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah. So you're getting them, everybody, you know, kind of up in with you on that, you know, building that, you know, fan base. So then as, you know, you keep on continuing to do things, you know, and upcoming for the new year, they're already going to be tapped into you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the new year and new music coming right along next to it. And thank you so much, Bishop. It's gonna be fun, you know, and I think it's gonna be cool too because it has a little bit of something for everybody. It has old, it has new, it has rap, it has singing, it has funk, it has just everything. And so I really do believe that it's beautiful because it's the music that I've always wanted to make my entire life. For the longest, I've kind of played it safe, and I've made a lot of music that I figured, oh, people would like this. People want to hear this, and people want to hear that. This is the first time where I'm making music where this is what I want to hear. I don't care what people want to hear. I do care, obviously, because I'm making music for people to enjoy.
Right.
But I don't care in the sense of this is my baby. This is my project. And I'm going in there and I'm doing things that are so different, even for myself. Like I'll do things like we're working on a song right now that there was moments where I was, you sure we want to do that? I don't know, I want to do that. And then we did it and it ended up being just so incredible. And I think it's a testament to me finally also being at a place where I truly believe in myself, and I'm giving myself the trust and the ability to grow and push my artistry. For the longest it wasn't. For the longest I kind of kept it on some reins and some chains, and so now I'm finally letting it just go and just doing. I'm having so much fun making this music that I'm making right now, and that, like before I was obviously having fun, but this is the first time where it's just I'm literally in the studio, I'm just smiling all the time. I'm like, yo, what the heck? And so I'm just so excited to be able to put this out. It's again very different from what I've done before, but it's still within the same lane to where people would be like, oh, I see this, I see what, you know what I mean?
Right. I like that. I mean, I like that this is going to be your most personal, I would say, because it's all, you know, your baby. It's like, it's going to be about you, just bringing it out there. And I think a lot of people are going to appreciate it. I think when you come off being at your happiest, which I can tell, I notice a lot lately, you do smile a lot more, which I do notice that, you know, that's a good thing. Yeah. You know, that's a good thing. And then just when you're coming out with the feeling, people are going to capture that. And I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
Well, you know, and I think it's just, it's beautiful because we're in a time where authenticity is so important, you know, with social media and just with everything going on, people want the real you. Yes. And so it's, you know, I'm finally at a place where what I'm about to bring is truly me, you know, and I'm so excited. I think people support that more than anything else. And so I just want to bring my most authentic self and then also encourage others to just live in their own truth and be their most authentic self. We live in a time, not a time, we live in a society where it's just this is what you should be, and this is the way it goes. I hear this all the time, like, well, that's not the way it goes, and that's not the way it goes. But then I think of the people that we actually remember in history, whether it's music or politics or anything, and they never do things the way it goes. And so for once in my life, I'm at this place where I'm not trying to just float with the current. Like, I'm going to kick against the current, but then I'm also going to ride it and drop out when I need to and do it how I wish to do it. And I'm just excited. Yeah, I'm really excited to be able to do that and to help other people do that too, is the goal.
Well, I'm excited, and I think that's the beauty of being an independent artist, because you don't have to have somebody telling you what to do, or you
and they'll
yourself.
Try. Try.
People, I know. I know.
People will try, and that and that's something that we deal with too in this industry, is people people who try to control things and control narratives, and and try to hold other people back and down. But at the end of the day, like, what's yours is always yours, and nobody will keep you from that. And so I'm very much so about fighting for my art and fighting for what's mine. And I'm going to do great no matter what happens and who comes up against me. And so I'm not worried about it, and that's what I want to also give to people as well. We have such a fear of people trying to take things from us, and no, they can't take what's yours. And so that's what I'm super excited for, no matter what. So.
Oh yeah, they're not taking it. Nope, they're not taking it. And especially, like I say, support system. You know what I mean? Having a support system. They're gonna help prevent that too. Like, no, we're not having that, because that's what I'm all about, changing this crazy narrative that this industry has.
No, yeah, I mean, that's just the industry, right? Like, a lot of people want to, they want exactly right, make it round, absolutely. No, people they love to. Especially in this industry, they love to use the artists and whatnot. But, the one thing that I've just learned and seen so much through just the people that I admire and some of my idols musically is that, we're gonna win in the end. If you're true to who you are and you have a good heart and you do what you're supposed to do and you help others, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who tries to come against you and tries to mess you up or trip you up. Like, they're going to get theirs and you're going to get yours, and yours is going to be so much greater than theirs, because the thing is, they're only trying to trip you up because they don't have theirs together. And so I ain't worried about it. I'm blessed. I got good family. I got good friends. The Lord got me. It's all good. So we're just going to keep pushing and keep striving and growing. So I ain't worried about it. I have vision. I got real vision for what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be great. So
you do, and I support that absolutely 1,000%.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be great. I'm super excited. So, and I thank you for your support and always just being there for us artists, and just you're 44 episodes in, so that's amazing. And so I'm excited for you, and you just keep growing and elevating yourself, and that's amazing. And it's your birthday tomorrow, and that's crazy.
Yeah,
happy birthday. And,
thank you.
Absolutely. You mind if we sing happy birthday for you?
Sure. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Don't make me cry.
If I mess this up, y'all, I'm sorry. This is why I need autotune.
Stop.
No. But for Sam, for her birthday. So Scorpio season, y'all, man, y'all the best. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Samantha. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for, I hope that this next year is just going to be great for you. And again, just thank you for supporting us the way that you do as artists. And, we really appreciate you and support you as well. So.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah, it just means the world to me, like all of us coming together, supporting each other. Like, people are going nuts. Like, I'm telling y'all, this man is amazing natural talent here,
no, cheers to you. Here's one to you.
Look, we got Dora out there too. Oh, I love you too, Queen. It's just beautiful. It got me all shook now. I told you on my birthday. No, it's It's been an exciting year. Like it's funny because I've known you for about a year now. So I kind of
Yeah.
met you right after my birthday last year. So
Yeah.
we've all come full circle. Thank you, Nikki. Just with, everything that's going on. I'm turning 40. I don't care about saying my age. I'm always saying, this
It's
is
just a
another
number.
decade.
It's just
Yeah.
a number at the end of the day. It's all about how you have it in your mind, no matter how old you are. Like, people do great things all the time at any age. So it's just a number.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And we
So
keep pushing. Thank
that's
y'all for
right.
sure. And thank you. Oh my gosh, so touching.
Hey,
You threw me for a loop. I was not expecting that one.
it's all good. It's all good. It's what we do.
Right. That is
That's
what we
right. 40 is the
do.
new 20. Look, if I could look as good as you look at 40, I'm straight. So
Oh, hey, what's up, Dana?
hey,
Thank you. Hey, I'll take that.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. But yes, what was I? So with you just being, artist doing your thing, I mean, you've been dropping gems through this whole hour. So as a young artist, everybody's, trying to come and get into this industry. What advice would you give to somebody, really young trying to, to do this?
Just do what you want. Do what you want and do it how you want it. And industry wise, you don't need anybody. Like, you don't. Do it yourself. Really take it there until you do need a team, and until you do really need like the resources, and until you have to be able to push your responsibilities to other people, which at that point, if you have to give some of your responsibilities to other people, it's because you're successful at what you do.
Right.
So until then, just do it yourself. Rock with it yourself. Just keep your eyes and ears, focused on the prize and the goal in your heart as well. And that even though there's a lot of people that are not trustworthy and they're not who they seem they are, you can still know that at the end of the day, if you do this because you really love it, and if you give it your all, and it's not about the money, it's not about the fame, it's truly about just the art and pushing that forward, the right doors will open up. It takes time. When they say it's a 10-year career, it really is.
Yes.
But just do it. You know what I mean? People need your story. People need your passion. People need that which you love. And you can, if you have a voice. The thing is too, if you're really just you, and you're not trying to be somebody else, your voice will be authentic. And if your voice is authentic, then that means that it's unique to just you. So the world does need that. They need that unique perspective. And so just go into this being and doing yourself. Exactly. Nicole. Trust the process. Trust the process that, if you're doing what you love, it'll work out. It'll work itself out.
That's what I always say. # do what you love.
Do what you love. Absolutely.
It's a real thing. And then what legacy do you want to leave behind?
I want like 50 kids, like
no.
50 minus
control.
50.
Cruise control.
Right. No, my legacy that I would love to leave, I would just love to leave back and behind just music that can be listened to for years to come. There's certain songs that come on to this day, and when you hear them and you're around people, you watch them perk up and you watch them get excited, and it's just like every time someone hears boom, 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 like it don't matter who you are, you're like, oh, that's all. And so I want to be able to bring that same joy and that same passion that, when you hear something even years later, you're like, oh man, this is my jam. And then also, again, I just want to be able to bring that authentic feeling that, if you do what you love, it'll all happen and work out. I want to be able to be an example of that to people, because I'm not young. I'm not 21. I mean, I'm young, but I'm not, I'm not like a kid,
Right.
So it's when my time comes, whether it be at 30, 32, whatever it may be, I want people to see that it doesn't matter, that age doesn't matter. What matters is that you're just really going for it and giving it your all,
Amen to that. A beautiful legacy to leave behind for sure. And then, we've had so many people in the building. Like what shout outs do you want to give? Because I always want to give love to the supporters.
Yeah, no. Shout out to just my friends, my family, my fans, my loved ones, my girl, just everybody that just rocks with me. Shout out to you, Sam. Shout out to just everybody that's just been standing by me throughout all these years and just supporting my music and what I'm doing. Those who've worked both tirelessly for free that's done the gigs for me and with me, just stood by my side throughout all of this. Those who believe in me, those who don't and didn't believe in me because they pushed me to go even harder and further. And yeah, just everybody, the good and the bad. Shout out everybody that's just crossed paths with me, because you guys have all helped me become who I am today. And so that's who I want to shout out. Just everybody that's crossed paths with me and just touched my life in one way or the other.
Wow, it's an amazing, it's an amazing shout out. And it's, as we're still doing a tribute, we definitely want to end this with two more, because people got to know about the Josh CRUZ sound.
Absolutely.
So we do have Finding Our Peace, which is beautiful, because I really think you quote unquote found your peace, pardon the pun.
Definitely.
And then we also do have that new single, Waited for You, so
yes, definitely am with that.
They definitely, got to hear that. I mean, this I want to say was just wonderful having you on. This was not an interview. This was a chat just amongst, friends and everybody in the building. I'm honored to have you come on. Let's Get Activated for real.
No, it's my honor, super blessing. And I'll be back soon when we start dropping some new music. I'll be back on to talk about that, and we'll rock and roll from there.
Yes, it's always open door for you on Activated. You already know,
Thank you.
So I want to shout out everybody again, just watching this. If you guys missed some of it, you can rewind, see the lives on several Facebook pages. You guys can peep it out on YouTube, Twitch. I'll get it on the IG, because I think you guys should definitely, peep this and just get to learn, if you don't know, Joshua CRUZ, so you can prepare for the next phase.
That's right. So, well, thank you, Sam, and thank you everybody who commented and was on here. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.
Yes, so for sure. So we're about to start it out, or end it, I should say, with Finding Our Peace, and then Waited for You. So let's go.
Let's do it. You guys have a good one. God bless.
God bless.
I was on the edge, ready to dive in with you. Now I've got nothing left, gave all I could give to you. Did I lose my way? When you're moving fast, nothing seems to last. Should I leave or stay? There's no going back either way. And I'm letting go of everything that's out of my control. And I'm moving on, breaking through the night into the dawn. And I hope you find your peace, everything you need. And if you think of me, I pray for beautiful memories. I'm taking it all in, the sunrise on my skin. Oh, there's freedom in the wind, she whispers to me. Will we find our way? We may never know, but we have to grow either way. Never lose my faith again. And I'm letting go of everything that's out of my control. And I'm moving on, breaking through the night into the dawn. And I hope you find your peace, everything you need. And if you think of everything that's out of my control. And I'm moving on, breaking through the night into the dawn. And I hope you find your peace, everything you need. When I think of you and me, it's always beautiful memories.
We're in their corner and on it because their local agent is a small business owner too. We're in their corner and on it